All right, so MKBHD sent over an early Christmas present here. These are going to be the follow-up to his first shoe. It's kind of a quick turnaround, but I ain't mad about that. So these are going to be called the 251.1. So I wish I had that on the box. Anyway, let's go ahead and unbox these. I haven't looked at them yet, so we're going to experience this for the first time right now. So we have the paper here, and oh, yes. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, they went with mostly black here. So this isn't completely black, but it is mostly black. But it does have some silver lining here throughout the shoe. And also the 251 is silver instead of being black on the first shoe. And you have this black sole though. So I'm really happy with this because the previous shoe did have a white sole. So with this black sole, I'm not going to have to clean it as much as I had to do with the white sole on the first shoe. Now, just like the first version, we do have his signature here on the tongue here, along with the size and also Adam's 251. And then also on the back of the tongue, we have this red right here. So you still have some red around the shoe, which I'm not mad at. You have to have his signature color here sprinkled within the shoe. But also on the back, you will find this little kind of pull tab here. So it'll make it a little bit easier to get the shoe on and off for you. And then on the inside of the outside of the shoe, I guess, you still find this NYC tag here because Marquez is from the NYC area, and this will be in red. So another little splash of red here on the shoe. And then also at the bottom, we have this very kind of signature look here from Adams where they have this kind of just cut out hole pattern here on the sole, which looks really cool. Now back on the upper here, you will find some nubuck leather, which feels nice, but then also you will find mostly some ripstop mesh. Now this mesh is going to be water repellent, so I don't know if they're going to market this as like a winter shoe because this upper does have a lot of water repellent properties, and then also too, this is going to help prevent the wind from penetrating the shoe, and this is going to help keep your feet warm. And now for a quick side-by-side with the OG version of the 251s here. So again, we see the color differences here. So the pattern is definitely busier here on the upper than the original 251s here. And also you see that the leather is going to be more muted or more matted versus the a little bit more of a glossy leather finish here on the 251s here. But then, a lot of the things are going to be very similar when it comes to the design language, as I mentioned before on the back here and also here on the tongue. So you do see the difference in color there, but it's the same kind of setup there with that. And it does look like they are using the same material and setup here with the insoles, but you do have that different color and different pattern. But again, they still have that neon green walk-in wonder here at the bottom. And so this in combination with the red copper lining and the black graphene on the inside of the shoe will help keep the inside breathable, but also it's going to help with bacteria growth as far as like preventing it. So I've had at least 2 or 3 Adams shoes by now, and I haven't had one pair of shoes smell just yet. So if they can keep my sweaty feet from stinking up a shoe, I expect the same to happen with this shoe right here. All right, so now it's time for me to actually get these on my feet. I'm actually going to need the insole there, but anyway, let me go ahead and start wearing these for a little bit, and I'm gonna come back to you and let you know how these feel. All right, so I've been using these now for a few days, and as far as how these feel on my feet, the comfort level is pretty much identical to the original 251s. So it hasn't gotten worse, hasn't gotten drastically better. So they feel very comfortable like all the other Adams shoes that I wear. And these still do have pretty decent ankle support here because they do come up high up on your ankle, but the upper is still flexible, right? Still has some bend to it. And so when I did ride around on my scooter with these shoes on, I felt very stable. So I haven't gone hiking with these. I haven't played any basketball with these, but every day walking around, these shoes are really kind of made for just doing those everyday tasks and stuff. But I do think if you do want to get a little bit more active with these, maybe take them on like a light hike or, again, walk around in some dirt and debris and stuff. These shoes are going to be very easy to clean. And the fact that these do have that black sole, you don't have to clean them as much, but there is an opportunity for them to get a little bit ashy. But Adams shoes are very easy just to wipe off with some water and a towel and you're good to go. Oh, and these are still very easy to take on and off of your feet because you do have Adams signature stretchy laces here that come by default on these shoes. So they have some flexibility to them, and you combine that with the little finger loop on the back of the shoe. It's very easy to get these on my feet, but they're not going to be loose when you are walking around. So pretty much once you tie the laces the first time to your personal taste, you don't really have to keep tying them and untying them. I'm able just to put these on my feet and go ahead and start walking around. Now, as far as sizing, I normally wear a size 12 and my feet are a little bit wide, but I got the size 12 for these and it fits just fine. So I don't feel like I need to go up a half a size that I do sometimes with other shoes. So true to size, as far as for me, it did work that way. Now, the shoes also have an 8mm heel to toe drop. Now, I'm not a shoe person, so I don't know exactly what's the right millimeters to have for that. So again, I just have to default to, yeah, these feel good on my feet when I am walking and standing around. So I guess that's a good thing. And as I said earlier, I like the way these shoes look, but I still want a completely black version, just a total Black Friday version with no silver lining or striping or red or anything, just everything blacked out. I would still like to see that. And one thing I also found out is that the gray striping on these shoes is actually a reflective material. So if the sun hits it just right, it'll actually shine a little bit. But also if you are going to be walking around at night, maybe you want to use these to kind of, ride your bike around at night. This will be able to reflect some of the lights, maybe from car lights and different things, to make you a little bit more visible. So that's a nice little touch. Oh, and if you didn't watch my first video on the original shoe, the 251 stands for the length of time for Marquez's first ever tech YouTube video that he did, which was 2 minutes and 51 seconds. But look, overall, as I said in my first video of the original 251s, I'm just happy to be able to review another creator's product. And so look, these shoes will have a price of $189, and that price is up there. And I typically would not spend that much money for a shoe unless it's like a specialty shoe, like a hiking shoe or something. But I wouldn't mind spending that money for this shoe because I know I am supporting Marquez, but also because I do have that connection to him because I am a fellow creator, but also I know him as well, and I was able to see his journey. So look, I've spent almost $100 on Uber Eats multiple times, so I don't mind paying a little bit for a shoe that actually is comfortable, that I'm actually going to wear, but also that supports another creator. So that's the best thing about this shoe. But yeah, these shoes will be available to purchase right now at the time of this video going live, and it looks like this will be shipping, I think, in around 3 to 5 days or so. So you don't have to have that same type of wait that you had with the first drop of the first shoe. Looks like they are going to be ready to go with these. So anyway, I'll drop a link down below to the Atom website where you can pick up these 251.1s. So also drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about the shoes. But like always, I do want to thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.